Yeah! Hello, my lovelies, and welcome back to the handsome, oddly sexiness of Hades. I love this game. There is a sequel coming out, apparently. There's a sequel coming out that purportedly stars Zagreus' sister. So we're going to get the whole family of Hades, which is kind of cool, really. It's going to be interesting because I'm wondering what they're going to do with the storyline and with the various characters. I mean, there's so much that's been explored in this game. There's so much detail in this game. It does, Zagreus, you're absolutely right. What is Hypnos doing here? I like Hypnos. Oh, apparently so. Yeah, Hypnos doesn't give a shit. Apparently not, Dad. Apparently not.
You're never getting out of here.
I love the relationship between Zagreus and Hades. I mean, Hades seems like the antagonist, doesn't he? And he's really not.
Goodbye for now.
Oh.
Not everybody knows exactly how to give you pets and live to tell of it, right?
I can imagine not. He's huge, and avoiding those 3 heads must be difficult. Look at Hades there, he's very busy.
Good luck to you out in that deadly hellscape, Zagreus.
Thanks, Orpheus, I think. Oh, yeah, we've got some... what should we do? We've got some stuff from the last time we played, which was a long time ago. I suppose we could do up the place a little bit, you know? May as well. It's all it's good for, so... why not, right? Rug of welcome? Or the luxurious seating, that could be good.
This one then. Let us hereby have better seating, on which I shall never rest, you mark my words.
Not so sure about that, Zagreus. Ah, trim ash grey.
This
Yeah.
to suit the hole back there.
I think that'd be rather nice. Myself.
Garish, you.
What do you mean garish? It's grey. Oh god, I need to get used to these controls again. I really... Hey, it's a Deucer.
I'm not even remotely tired, Prince.
Okay. Love her. She's so good.
I've done the best I could preparing him, though I'm fearful it was not enough. No one ever has escaped this place.
Hmm.
Expertise has readied him, Achilles. Yet I sense it is your confidence in him which spurs him on. Do not lose faith in yourself now, lest soon he do the same.
Oh, interesting. So it sounds like these two have been conspiring.
Prone to shakiness at times.
Yeah, to sort of push Zagreus on his way. That kind of makes sense. I'm very Greek, actually. You know, it was quite a big deal when I was alive. I'm sure you were, mate.
As it looks.
No, I'm sure it's not. Oh, God. I tell you what, my first run-through is going to be bad. I guarantee you now. I haven't played this for a long time. I can't even remember like how most of the weapons function. I'm going to have a bit of a go with them and see. Oh yeah, Zag's room. I like this place.
How many times has it been?
29. Slain a lot. Oh, we've slain a lot of stuff. Fortunately, it's stuff that was already dead, so it's fine.
Skelly.
Hey, it's Skelly.
Come on, boy, let's gab and more stabbing over here.
Yeah, I'm sure. You've got a sort of masochistic element to you. So currently I've got the shield, which is really good. I think we've always had the most success with the shield, to be honest. One of my favourite weapons. Let's see. Controls. There we are. This is a really odd game in many, many respects. It does stay quite true to the original Greek myths, but in a highly stylized fashion. It tells the stories of the characters, and they are accurate to the various different versions of the stories that exist out there. And believe me, I would know. The Greek myths have been some of my favourites for a very long time, but they've been they're not altered, they're re-emphasized. They bring out certain emphases of the stories, which is kind of cool. I love these fists. Short ranged, but they're very, very good. I think I might take these, actually. Ooh, aspect of... What are we on at the moment? I think we're on the aspect of Zagreus at the moment, because it's just really good. So, but we can get the aspect of Talos, of Demeter, and another one, which I haven't got yet. There's the gun. The gun is fun. This one's actually really good. It gives you a different style of play, so you can stay distant from the enemies, which is actually not bad as they go. And that is fantastic. If you can upgrade that with certain of the gods' blessings, like for example, if you can get Aphrodite's, what does she cast? Is it weakness on that? It's very good indeed. Or Dionysus's his drunkenness. If you can get it on that attack, amazing. Oh yeah, I think we're going to try the fists. Let's give this a go. Let's give this a go. I would like to build some of the relationships with Zagreus. Actually, you can have a relationship with quite a few of the characters, including Talos. Speaking of relationships,
it's gonna be a feast like you have never seen. You mark my words. Now take this and good luck.
I like Dionysus, but there is a darkness to him, which is revealed sort of as you go through his story, as there is for the original god, of course. Let's have a look. Trippy shot. You cast. Okay. Drunken dash. Your dash causes hangover. That's good, but that's very good. That's very good indeed. And drunken is a fantastic status to inflict. It's very useful for the bosses. That is actually very useful. Okay, so that's a good start. Dionysus is a very, very positive start indeed. I think thus far, the gods whose upgrades I really like are the ones that inflict status ailments, like Dionysus and Aphrodite. I really, really like them. That said, the ones that give you more direct upgrades, like Ares, for example, and Artemis, they are good. They are very good, in fact. God, I can't believe how successful this game was. It was a surprise hit. And again, from a very, very small studio, you know, highly independent. It's lovely to see. I love this. I love seeing this stuff. It's why I like Undertale so much, and The Binding of Isaac, and all of these little indie games, Blasphemous, Hollow Knight, you know. It's great to see. We've gone back to the days, I mean, technically, of the bedroom coders, you know. There was a time, certainly throughout the 1990s, when that just went away. It was a huge industry here in the UK. Those of you who've watched Kimble Justice's videos will know her documentaries on the British and European video game and computer boom. Really, really interesting. It was a huge industry in this country once upon a time, but like most things, was pretty much destroyed by the Tories, by our government, you know, and by some highly shady business practices. Oh, hello. That's the way down to chaos, isn't it? Oh, I like chaos. I like chaos a lot. It will mean sacrificing some health, but as long as we don't lose too much, it'll be alright. And again, I'm very bad at losing health on this game. I don't know whether you've noticed. I mean, this game, you know, speaking of the British computer boom, this game reminds me so much of games I used to play on the Amiga, which was a British computer. My first computer, in fact, the Commodore Amiga, got such a soft spot for that system. But this kind of game, these kind of isometric or roguelike games, there were quite a few of them back then. Quite a few on homegrown systems like the Sinclair Spectrum and the Acorn, and lots of them on the Amiga. Hello, Chaos. But I'm not. Oh. That's a good question.
She isn't my birth mother, no, but she is like a mother to me. Do you know her?
Yeah, she's your daughter. Interesting. I love chaos. Okay, which one's going to be good for the next 4 encounters? That could be good actually. You deal 43% damage striking undamaged foes, and that's permanent. For the next 3 encounters, slaying foes, toss an inferno bomb. For the next 4 encounters you face, I'm not bothered about the money one, but the slothful assault, I think we can work with that. It's tricky because we're going to be slow, but we can overcome that with the dash. So actually, yeah, I think this could, if we can win through, this is going to be very good indeed. That plus 43% damage from our normal attacks, that's magnificent. But it's not going to come into effect until we finish this challenge, which is the next, what, 6 rooms, I think? Or is it 3 rooms? Can't remember. It'll tell us when it comes into effect. I love these guys. They definitely have a certain Dionysian quality to them, actually. I mean, they look like manifestations of Bacchus, don't they? Okay. Ooh, let's go Poseidon or Charon. Poseidon, definitely. I like Charon, but Poseidon has some amazing upgrades. Do love Poseidon. Oh, it's these guys. These are going to be tough. With this downgrade in speed, these guys are going to be really tough, because we can't get away from the bombs very quickly. Oh shit, we're going to have to be very careful now. Look at my health. I've got a copy, by the way. Yeah, this is going to be tricky. Although, we're not doing too badly, he says, jinxing it madly. Whoa! I mean, I'm dying to see some of the later levels if I can get good enough to get to them. I want to know, like, what bosses there are and what other creatures. I mean, like, is the Chimera in this, maybe? That'd be good. Yeah, it's true, Poseidon. The voice acting is really good in this game. Hello. Oh, your special deals more damage and knocks foes away. 161%. Or, you know, we're going to have to go for the Ocean's Bounty because we're going to die without it. Unfortunately, we're going to die without it, so, yeah. It's a shame. I would have loved that heroic feat, but that was a considered choice, that one, I'm afraid. Shame. Would have loved to have taken it, but what you go? Oh.
If I could take a minute of your time.
Oh, Hades is pissed off with us. Oh dear. Yes, a little bit. Although I think this may be the last one for this slowdown nonsense, so we might be alright. It's ironic because we've had some of the worst rooms to have the slowdown in, like this one, for example. And the skeleton bosses. Oof, cripes. The only thing here is avoiding projectiles and keeping the screen relatively clear. That's the only thing we've got to do. Oh, and avoid the traps. Yeah, avoiding the traps would be good, Zag. Oh, we're nearly done. We're nearly done. We can survive this. Relatively intact. Oh, maybe not. Oh, cool. Oh, he's bored with us now. What have we got? What have we got? And there are those born of this realm, blah, 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 blah. The master himself keeps several of them, perhaps for therapeutic reasons. He's even taught the prince the way to make their crimson facets ignite in an angry glow. Oh, the bloodstones, yeah. Very interesting. Oh, so actually, so Hades taught Zagreus how to use them. That's interesting. What have we got? Some Hydrolite, I'll have that because that's 10% for the next 3 chambers, plus 10% health, so we'll have that, definitely. Passive, gain 20% more speed for the Ignited Ica. It's not worth it, we're fine for speed at the moment. Now that we've got over Chaos's Curse, I think we're alright. Or have we got over Chaos's Curse? I can't quite see yet. No, we haven't. But when we do, we're gonna be kicking ass, I can tell you. God, this is a packed room. I love the little skulls. They're very cute. Very classic sort of video game enemies. I mean, that's the thing about this game. It's really interesting on a almost like historical level. It recalls very familiar archetypes. I mean, Rogue, obviously, it's a roguelike, so, you know. There we go. So now I've got our speed back, and now we do 43% extra damage. I am not doing that, because every time I do one of the conflicts between the gods, I get fucked, basically. And not in the good way that Zagreus does a little later. I'm not kidding. In the very bad way. Every time. But yeah, historically, it not only recalls Rogue, but lots of other video games as well. It reminds me, in terms of the way it plays, of arcade games, or arcade-style games, you know, like Gauntlet, very like Gauntlet. You know, one of the video games that are legendary. It's part of sort of video game primordia, if you like.
Back to the lowest depths with them.
I'd assume they didn't fulfill your wishes there, Hades.
Cheers, Father.
Yeah, thanks, man. I'm not doing that one, although I love both of those gods, Dionysus and Poseidon. Given the choice, I'd go with Dionysus, just because of my own proclivities, of course. But hey. I mean, that said, Daddy Poseidon, he does have some really good benefits in this game, like really good. His specials, if you can get his special, it's very good. I wonder if he's got one that's released the Kraken, you know, as a reference to his role in Clash of the Titans. Surely he does. Surely he does. Oh, that was relatively easy. It's Ares. Hello, God of War.
Your father distances himself from all the rest of us. It is fortunate that you yourself are not so disagreeable.
Thank you, Ares. Ooh, okay. Your special inflicts doom. That will replace my drunken flourish. I don't want it. Urge to kill your attack special and cast deal more damage. That's very good. But that one at the bottom, that was very good. When we kill enemies, it damages all the other enemies around it, which is excellent. Good crowd control. God, so much work went into this game, considering it's from a very small studio. I mean, the art design, the voice work, the direction, the scripting, the amount of spoken dialogue that's in this game is unbelievable. And then you've got the game element itself, which is really good. It's well balanced, it's fun, very well put together. All the references to Greek mythology, which are really, really strong, by the way. You know, the way the gods are characterized is not a million miles away from how they occur in the Hesiod's Theogonies, for example. The original tellings of these stories, which again are some of my absolute favourites. My particular favourites, Perseus and the Minotaur, Theseus and the Minotaur. Sorry, it's Perseus and the Gorgons, obviously. Orpheus and Eurydice. Orpheus and Eurydice is a beautiful tragedy, full of defeated love and death, and actually quite grisly death. What happens to Orpheus at the end of that story is really quite extreme. Daedalus and Icarus. Of course, Daedalus and Icarus, one of the most tragic stories in Greek mythology. Beautiful as well. Absolutely beautiful. Features some of the classic characters from Greek mythology, not just Daedalus and Icarus, but the gods. The gods are highly active in that story, and they are bastards. The gods of Olympus in that story are absolute wankers. Minos, of course, King Minos of Crete is a significant character in that story too. And tangentially, you get the Minotaur. The Minotaur is in that story, technically, as well. Daedalus is kind of hired by Minos to build the labyrinth that contains it. The unsolvable labyrinth, which is actually solvable, as it turns out. Yay, now this is really good. Let's upgrade... Oh, let's upgrade our Drunken Flourish. Let's make it even stronger. It's very good, that. In terms of the monster, I mean, I don't know, Bellerophon and the Chimera. The Chimera is gorgeous. Hello, mate! I like a Charon. I love Charon.
Thank you, mate.
Looks like we need to
Hey, Aphrodite.
among the foul detritus of the boatman's wares. You truly take me to the best of places.
You're welcome. And steady on, Zag is your cousin. Not that that seems to really bother you very much. Hey, Charon. How you doing, man?
Absolutely right there, mate.
Charon's a great character. He occurs tangentially in a lot of the ancient Greek stories. Oh god, it's the bloody Fury, isn't it? Which one's it going to be? Oh!
Halt, Zagreus.
Hey, Megira. How you doing? She's tough, actually. I find her one of the hardest of the Harpies, if I'm perfectly honest. Of the Furies, rather. Harpies? No, different things. Very different things. Sure, the Harpies do occur in this game. Surely they've got to. But I find her probably the hardest of them, to be honest. Don't know why. I don't know whether it's her moveset or what. Alecto I tend to beat. I don't mind Alectos so much. Yeah, the Furies are the servants of Hades that are basically sent to drag unworthy souls back to hell. Or rather, back to Tartarus. Which is the sort of the ancient Greek hell. You know, the way the underworld is structured in ancient Greek mythology is you've got various different areas of it. Like this game, so you've got the lowest levels. You've got Tartarus, which is where all the really damned souls live, and are tortured eternally. Characters like Narcissus, for example. Not Narcissus, Tantalus, for example. Tantalus is in Tartarus. And then you've got Elysium, which is where the heroes go when they die. Technically, that's where Achilles should be. Not sure we're going to survive this, you know. Especially if she keeps doing that. She's still got a lot of health, and if we keep doing that... God, she's tough. She's very tough when you're using this weapon as well, where you need to get close. Uh-oh, I hate this. This is so difficult. Ah, bloody hell. No, we are going to cark it very soon. Oh well, no worries. Time for another go, if so. It's a shame I'm quite enjoying this build, I've got to be honest. Lots of lovely gifts from our cousins on Olympus. Oh well, it was a good go.
Relatives can't help you here.
Okay, fair enough. Thanks, Meg. Out of the blood pool. Yeah, she did, Zach. She got us good. Where's Hypnos gone? Hey.
Suffer such indignity from my own kin.
Sorry, Dad. Okay. What shall we do? Oh. There's quite a lot we could buy here, actually. I like the drapery bone. That's quite nice. Yeah, have it.
Liven the mood a bit.
Why not? That's quite nice. I do quite like that, actually. Look at these guys. What are they? The hard hats kill me. They remind me a little bit of those characters from Mega Man X, you know? The little builder robots. Oh, Achilles wants to talk to us.
Achilles, looks like I could buy back my right to go in the administrative chamber there. I never want to go in there again, but can you think of any reason whatsoever that I should?
Yeah.
Well, perhaps we all want what we cannot have. Other than that, I suppose certain documents or records in there could be of some benefit under the circumstances, right?
I suppose they could, Achilles.
Don't know how I'd ever find something in there, but
Let's give him a gift. Let's improve our relationship with Achilles, shall we? Can we get in there? No, not yet. We need to buy our way in, apparently. No, all these will open eventually, but you have to fulfill certain requirements first. Hey, Orpheus.
Would that I could aid you in some way, my friend.
Ah, a decent song would be alright. Hey, Nix!
Tell me something more of chaos, Nix. I have a lot of questions.
Well, they are
My
chaos.
place is not to speak too openly of chaos, child. It is their own prerogative to tell you of themselves.
Mm-hmm.
I can say they are the eldest force within this world.
Mm-hmm.
Before them, there was nothing.
Yeah, chaos is like the primordium in Greek mythology. It's from which everything arises. So to have it personified is interesting. What you got, man?
Best deal you've got.
Ooh, nectar. Oh, I could trade a key for nectar? Ah, may as well. And another. Yeah, I'll do that. That's a pretty good deal, actually, to be honest. The keys are 10 a penny, the nectar is not. I'm going to give one to Achilles, because I want to get our relationship as high as possible.
Lad, all this generosity, I don't want you to get the wrong idea. I'm alone, yes, but my heart belongs to another. Ever since I was alive. I hope you understand.
Ah,
I
of course.
somehow knew that was the case, Achilles. I wanted you to have this anyway. Just don't drown your sorrows, as they seem to make you stronger.
Interesting observation, Zag.
And do not worry about me. I'm long since past my sorrow, and the rage I felt when first my heart was broken. Now it's but another scar. They say it's our scars that give us character.
Interesting. Let's see, what have we got? Yet I am unmade, unwhole, here in this place alone, without the one with whom I shared my life when we were flesh and blood. He is somewhere within this realm, yet our time, I think, is long since past. Yeah, I think it has, Achilles. I imagine that our relationship with Achilles is going to be involved making him realise that it's done, right? His former relationship is over. Because you can't have a relationship with Achilles.
How can I possibly accept such generosity, my child? Surely others whom you know are more deserving of such offerings.
Nonsense, Nix. I want you to have it. You've always cared for me. I can't ever repay you for that.
Ah, that's sweet. She and the Master do enjoy a sort of harmony, for even as he tends personally to the dead, she watches over the domain itself. They tolerate each other in respect of one another's power. Yeah, that's interesting, isn't it? Hades and Nyx are on a kind of similar level of power in this place. That's fascinating. Alright, so we've got, these are the fated, these are like the quests that we've got to fulfill to get certain benefits. And to upgrade ourselves a little bit more. That's kind of cool, actually. God, each of the gods has a lot of stuff that we haven't even touched yet. Haven't even come close to. Some of them we haven't even had once. That's interesting. Zeus seems to be one of the rarest. I think I've only ever seen Zeus once or twice in this game. Which makes sense. I mean, you know. Okay, well, we've pretty much maxed this out at the moment. Until, I don't know whether you can upgrade the mirror and get like a different dynamic. I'd assume you can at some point, but right now we're pretty maxed out on both points. You know, it's only the stubborn Defiance that we need to upgrade, and then that's it, really.
Not even tired, thanks.
Oh, look, there's Achilles on his poster. A bit of hero worship going on there, which, you know, when it comes to Achilles, it's fair enough, isn't it? I mean, he is one of, like, the great Greek heroes. I wonder if Hercules is down there. He's got to be down here, surely. No, Hercules would be on... Where would Hercules be? He would be in Elysium somewhere. Presumably. I'm going to try this time. I do like this. It's an interesting... It changes the way you play quite significantly, and it makes you think about what upgrades you take. Oh, hello.
Mere mortals, same as all the rest. Someday you shall visit Elysium and meet some of these heroes, and discover that they are quite different than the songs suggest.
I'd imagine that's true. I imagine that's very true. I mean, the funny thing about most of the ancient Greek heroes is that they have those elements of tragedy to them. Oh, Dionysus first. I'm going to gift him something, I think.
Lord Dionysus, mate, you have made the mood down here materially less miserable, and I am much obliged.
What is that for me? Why, Zag, I mean, you really shouldn't have. You know I can't get enough of this stuff, right?
Very cool. Being rather unlike the other gods in this regard, he nonetheless maintains a careful distance from the underworld, generally severing his ties with all his mortal followers upon the moment of their deaths. Why confront the woes of the dead when you can live in eternal feast? You see, there is a darkness to Dionysus, as there is to all of the Greek gods. I mean, he's not the most manipulative of them, but he's bound by his aspects. That's the thing.
Place is a real pit, isn't it, Zaggish?
Yeah.
You're stuck down there, but we are gonna get you out of there together, you and I.
Oh, I do like him though. Yeah, there we go. Your special inflicts hangover. That's excellent. Let's take it.
Put me right up.
Yeah, I'll bet. Like all the gods, he's bound by his aspects, right? Some of them are more manipulative. Oh, chaos this early? Ooh, it's a risk. It's a gamble. Oh, let's do it. Because it could be really good, right? Like I said, I do like them. I won't. Don't worry. Adult affluence. You cast, you get. No. Adult favor for the next each time you cast, you get blah. Boons have an 80. That's good. That's good. That's pretty good. We'll do that. The health one. That's pretty good. As a passive benefit, it's pretty good. Okay. So presumably, I mean, Tantalus should be here. If he's in the game at all, Tantalus should be in Tartarus, you know? As should quite a lot of the ancient Greek characters. I mean, Persephone is on the next level, isn't she? I do believe, anyway. Oh no, Eurydice. Sorry, Eurydice is on the next level. I don't know where Persephone is. Hades' wife. Seems to have been supplanted by Nyx at this point, right? Probably not good.
Not now.
That's a point, actually. Where is Persephone? Is this the season that she spends above ground, maybe? In the world? I'm not bothered about the money, I want the health. I want the health. It's much better. In the long run, it's much better. Do like this gun, it's a different style of play, but it's good. You've just got to, like, change up the way you do things a little bit. And some enemies require tactics. That's for damn sure. Look at that. That drunken effect is amazing. With this as well, the way it splashes in that zone is amazing. So useful. Why not? So that's Daedalus or the pomegranate. Let's go for Daedalus this time round. Does Daedalus himself actually appear in the game? Because that would be interesting. I mean, what level would Icarus be on? I wonder. He wouldn't be down here. He wouldn't be in Tartarus. He didn't do anything terrible, per se. Daedalus did. Daedalus might... Yeah, Daedalus should be down here, technically. Daedalus is a murderer. He's not only a murderer, he's a child murderer. Although his guilt in that regard in the original story is somewhat in question. Because he's influenced by the gods. The gods are playing a game with him. A very cruel game, has to be said. Oh, God. Very nice, okay. What you got for us, Daedalus? Your attack deals damage in an area. That's good. Your attack deals 40 base damage in a short spread. That your special deals plus 300% base damage, but it can hurt you. I think this would be better. Being harmed by our own special, that would be rather bad for us, I think. But this is nice. Whoa! Might help not running smack into their magical bolts, eh? I'm going to assume there's lots of characters down here we haven't met yet. I mean, there are so many bad people in ancient Greek mythology. King Minos, for one. He's a bastard. He's an absolute evil bastard. Whoa. Is Tethys in this, I wonder? Poseidon's wife. Whoa! Probably not. She's one of the lesser known deities, you know? So I'd assume not. Oh, wait. Well, you know which choice I'm going to take. Obviously, it's going to be Dionysus, isn't it? Obviously. I mean, come on. Who else is it going to be? Whoa! That indication of damage is very good. That the way the entire edges of the screen goes red. Very, very good. It's a nice way of indicating that you're being damaged. Very visceral as well. It makes you take action immediately. Who have we got left? Oh, you. Okay. Oh, that was very nice. Hey! Hangover afflicts foes inflicted on others nearby. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. That's a fated choice as well, so obviously we've got to take that one, don't we? Oh, Artemis! We haven't really had Artemis. Oh, and also Poseidon. I like them both, but let's go for Artemis for now. Oh god, this thing. This is quite tricky, this one. Whoa, whoa, whoa! The thing with this one is he tends to fill up the screen. There's very little space for maneuvering, which makes it quite tricky. Also, not much space to replenish your ammunition either. With this particular weapon. There we go. Hey, Artemis!
Let's see. You blundered headlong into danger for the past 6 chambers or more, and you made such a racket I could almost hear it from Olympus. I have to say your hunting skills are rather unconventional.
Fair enough. Ooh, hello. Your attack is stronger with plus 15% chance. That's very good. True Shot, your cast seeks foes with plus 10% chance to deal critical damage. That's good as well. And pressure points. Any damage you deal has a chance to be critical. No, this is way better. Those passive abilities are good. Lord Hades and the Lady Artemis have certain traits in common, I suppose, each solitary and committed to their work. If only my Lord Hades understood that someone such as Artemis could be someone to confide in, rather than resent along with all the others on Olympus. Yeah. Hades is not that bad a guy, certainly not in the ancient Greek mythologies. In some of the stories he's a villain, like in the story of Orpheus and Eurydice he's a villain, in the story of Persephone he's a villain. But he's as complex and as changeable as all the others, you know? In some of the stories, Hera is a villain. In all the stories of Hercules, for example, Hera is a villain. He performs a function. You know, like all of the Greek gods, he has a function to perform, and it's absolutely necessary within this within this mythology. It's arguably one of the most important. You know, he presides over death.
Should be useful.
Okay, what have we got? All of these are pretty good, to be honest. The Braid of Atlas is okay, I suppose. Especially if you're going to be facing one of the Furies in the next couple of rooms, it's not bad. You know, Hades is no more of a villain than Poseidon is, or Zeus. Fuck, Zeus is a complete wanker in most of the stories in which he occurs. Let's be honest. We all know the story of Leda and the Swan, of course. The story of Perseus, for example. Perseus is another one of Zeus's many illegitimate children, you know? As a result of one of his, well, assaults of mortal women. In this instance, I think it's the mortal Danae.
Good enough to eat.
Ooh, what should we upgrade? That's all good. It's all good. What should we do? I think we'll go for the Deadly Strike, because that makes our normal attack much more powerful, which is excellent. That will be very good for when we face the Furies, so... oh god, yeah, let's do the pomegranate again. Oh, this is excellent. This is good. We could do it again, yeah. Ooh, that's good. That's very good.
To face the Furies.
Yeah, who is it, though? That will make all the difference. Who it is.
Lovely.
Yes.
You know something, Red Blood? In retrospect, I should have known this wasn't going to be a quick job.
Oh, yeah?
They say both gods and mortals are notoriously poor at estimating how long it takes to get anything done.
Normally when I'm on the job, they grovel, then they scream. They shut up eventually, but not you. At least, not yet.
I do like Alecto, she's cool. Although she is one of the easier ones, I find, anyway. She's one of the easier Furies to deal with. She doesn't seem to ever have as much long range as the others, which is good. And she's not as defensive as, say, Megaera. Which is good, especially with this weapon. And again, inflicting that drunkenness is fantastic. It's absolutely fantastic. Mind you, you know what? The bosses in this game, it's not like, say, The Binding of Isaac, where the bosses are generally not that bad. For the most part. Certainly not until you get down to, like, the lower levels. Here, they start hard. They start really bloody hard. For the most part, it's the tankiness of them, it's surviving them that's the trick. Ow, thank you. And controlling the room, of course, making sure that it doesn't get oversaturated with lesser enemies. Quite tricky, quite tricky. God, we are doing well against her here, I've got to say. I mean, that may just be because of the weapon I'm using. It's particularly well suited to her. Because you don't have to get close to her. Also, we've got really good upgrades from Artemis with our basic shots. Oh, here she goes. This is where she gets a little bit more difficult. But still not that much. She's a bit quicker, she's a bit nastier. Bit angrier, obviously. I mean, if Zag did get up to Olympus, what would he be the god of, exactly? I suppose he could be like the dead's representative on Olympus, right? I'm sure they'd find some function for him. All the others have got a job. Yeah, there we go. That was fun. That was real fun, actually.
She won't like this.
No, she will not. She will be pissed, as will her sisters, I imagine. Okay, let's go. Well done, Zag. love all this shit. What's going on here? Like the machinery of the underworld? What is that about? And the fact you get to see it in between the realms and the levels, it's kind of cool. Tinge of Erebus. Ooh. Nemesis Crest. That could be good, actually. For the next... Yeah, that could give us a little bit of survivability for the early rooms in this area. Up we go. Nice. Okay, so
Love that sulfur smell.
here we are in Asphodel. Once again. Okie dokie. Yeah, haven't done this for a while. So this could be true. Look at that. Wow.
I can do this. I can do this.
Yeah.
I can do this.
I'm not as sure. Myself, like, I forgot you can stand in the lava. That's really, that's so not good. This is Athena, right? I believe this is Athena, this one, so that's cool. I do like Athena. Again, one of the gods I really rather favour. Not unambiguously, of course. I mean, she can be unpleasant too. Very, very bellicose at times, like very warlike. I mean, certainly her city-state was Athens.
Dust.
Oh god, these guys. They're very tricky. They're so mobile. And they can hit you from a distance with their weird sort of necro wave attack. Ah! God, the difficulty, it just like, it spikes so high at this point. You've got to learn how to maneuver really quick. Hey, it's Athena.
It's such a cruelty that your father hid the knowledge of your birth and life from us, my cousin. It's unacceptable.
Oh dear. Okay, oh, your dash deals damage and can deflect. That's good. Your call briefly makes you impervious and deflects all attacks. That's good too. I want this though. That's very good because we'll be using that all the time, you see. There's a real tactical element to this game in terms of the choices you make, you know. You've got to really think about your build, how the zag that you're building works. Oh shit. Oh no, it's Thanatos! Oh, it's Thanatos. Hello.
And you are going to get me in a heap of trouble before all is said and done.
That's not my intention.
You wretches are coming at me.
I do like Thanatos. I think Zag likes him too. I mean, Hades' chief servant, really. He is the personification of death in Greek mythology. I wonder if Eros is in this too. Surely he must be. If Thanatos is in it, then surely Eros has got to be in it. I wonder if they get on or not. Because they're not, they might be opposites, but they're not technically enemies. They're necessary to one another. God, these segments are tough. These Thanatos gauntlets, they are hard. They are difficult. As you can see, my health is just melting away. Melting away. Oof. Especially in areas like this where the lava can hurt you too. Hey, there we go. Where'd you go?
I've got to hand it to you, Zag. You're easy to track down. The shades of Tartarus are beginning to fear you even more than your lord father.
Well, they should.
Well, they won't fear me once they get to know me.
Ha!
I'm not so sure about that. Even I'm beginning to fear you, I think. Seems I don't know you as well as I thought.
Oh, okay, interesting. Well, obviously we're gonna go for Dionysus, aren't we? I mean, come on. Given the choice, I'm always gonna go for Dionysus. Just in case you ain't figured that out yet. Now, what have we got here? We're gonna have to be very careful because I'm gonna die very easily here. Like, very easily. Now, what else have we got to deal with? Hello? Oh, it's you guys, okay. God, look at this. Bullet hell stuff going on here. Very Binding of Isaac. I find that, you know, alongside the Metroidvanias, I've got a real thing for these kinds of games. The roguelike games. I do like them. It's a style of game I really favour, and that, again, has come into its own in recent years on the indie scene, right? I mean, The Binding of Isaac made them really popular. We've had this, we've had multiple others as well. So most that haven't been quite as popular as, say, The Binding of Isaac and this, but still, hello. We've already read that. Why confront them? Yeah, we've read that one.
Hear me on my authority.
Okay. Calculated risk. Your foe's ranged attack projectiles are slower. Could be useful. Dionysus' Age. Your call inflicts hangover. Now that's very good. Your cast lobs a large explosive that bursts into festive fog. That's good too. They're all good. This is a difficult one, but the rare one is probably the one to go with, to be honest. If you've got the choice, go with the rare, the epic, or the heroic. Because they are that good, you know? That said, unless we get some health, we're not going to survive much longer. We've got Poseidon, and we've got Athena. Let's go for Athena. I like Athena. I like us Poseidon too, but, you know. Oh, shit. We may not survive this. Yeah. One hit from that big dude. If he crushes us, we're going to die. So, this one's going to be a difficult one. Uh-oh. Oh no! Ah, well, my loves, it was a good run. We had a couple of good runs. This was a very nice reintroduction to Let's Play Hades. Next time, when we come back, we'll have another little go, and maybe we'll get a little bit further. Who knows? Who knows? I'm sure Juicer won't care, to be honest. Until next time, my loves. Bye bye.